Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show. Don't touch that remote. Got a great show here today. I got my man here. My man, his name is Stan Huskey. And he is a retired newspaper editor for the Times Herald. And he was an editor for some other newspapers, but I don't want to talk about all the other newspapers. I want to tell you what he's doing now. He is now coordinating between the zoo and Columbus Monument. He also is on the working and putting things together and helping Al Zone at the zoo in Norristown. And now he just come in with something new. He is going to be the editor, owner, and whatever else on the Monco Today. You're going to be able to know what the news is today because, you know, you got newspaper over here, the TV over there, but we don't have anything. They're trimming the branches and the leaves, but they're not hitting the roots of the story. Local, okay? So, a man of all reasons. What's your name?
Stan Huskey. You already said it once.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Stan Huskey. All right. Well, I want to hear your voice. Okay.
Well, that was a big build-up.
I got hearing aids. You got to talk up loud. If not, nobody's going to hear you. Okay. You all right behind the camera? Okay. Good. Ready. All right. You know, you come in from Tennessee. I always say about
25 years ago.
Yeah, 100 years ago.
25.
Oh, yeah. And you really made a lot of accomplishments. You made a lot of friends around here. And I'm so happy to say that I'm your friend from way back. And you were a hard-hitting newspaper reporter, right?
I had a few.
Yeah, you got to the story. Now, tell me something about, we have something going on Columbus Day.
On Columbus Day, well, the federal holiday is Monday, but on Columbus Day itself, which is October 12th.
On the 12th, right? That's when Columbus discovered America, on the 12th.
October 12th is a Thursday. So what we have going on is a big event. I think we're going to show some people what the monument looks like today. We just had an incredible cleaning that took place down there. The company that originally built it came back and cleaned it for us. So we're going to unveil that, so to speak. We have some kids from St. Francis are coming over to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I like to introduce them. I'm going to introduce them.
You're going to introduce them?
Yeah.
Then we have somebody coming in that's going to sing the American and the Italian national anthem.
Yes. They used to sing on the Albert show in Philadelphia on TV. It used to be every Sunday morning.
That's right.
So we got class.
And this year we're really excited. Our guest speaker is Phil Martelli, head coach of the St. Joe's basketball.
The local guy. He used to be a teacher at Bishop Kenrick.
He was a teacher, coach at Kenrick and has done pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
St. Joe's has a heck of a basketball program, but we wanted to bring him back into Norristown, and he was excited to do it, so we're looking forward to that.
Well, we got that coach from up in Connecticut.
Yeah, Gino Ariema.
Right. And then you got Tommy Lasura, he's been there. So we got a lot of, we had Thornburg was here. We had a lot of people, the main speakers. So tell me now about this new thing you got on. What is Monco? What do you mean? What do you do? Where's it come from? What do you do?
What, Monco Today?
Yes.
Monco Today, which we'll be able to tell the story of the monument, which is something that we want to talk about a little bit as well. But it's a really basically an online business journal that does some community events and some
online. Everything's online?
Right, yep, nothing in print.
No newspaper right there? Nothing. No turning pages.
No, some people are getting away from that. You don't see a lot of newsprint. But I like what you said earlier about the news that's going on now, because we do publish twice a day. It comes out once in the morning and once in the afternoon. So you can get a fresher story in the afternoon as well. And you can save those. All you have to do is go on to moncotoday.com and you can just sign up for the email newsletter.
Well, you're going to be meeting some people, right? Different organizations and all that get stories.
Oh, absolutely.
And people can call you in?
Yeah, we're already, we have some affiliate partners throughout the county already. One is Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, a great partner. We have the Montgomery Bar Association, the lawyer referral program is already a partner. Manor College. So we have a lot of great partners.
How about the Patriotic Sons of America? I'm a member, and we're having a meeting this Thursday
Well,
on the
maybe
5th.
we can talk to them about becoming
You're
a
welcome to
partner.
come and tell everybody all about it.
Okay.
And you get some little bit of spaghetti and pizza.
We can have a spaghetti.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, again, we can talk a little bit more about the monument and what we want to do down there as well.
Yeah.
We've just formed a couple of committees. One is the event committee for the annual event on October 12th.
Who's some of the
every year.
people on the committee? So,
You're on the committee, as you well
hello.
know.
Oh, we got a man behind the camera there.
Our director, Mr. John Doyle, is on the...
Oh, yeah, he's our educational man.
And that's huge, and that's
And
something we
they
can
would be covering a story too. They're going to televise the show. I mean, the celebration on the 12th.
That's correct.
Yes.
And one of the things I can let a little cat out of the bag, here's one of the things that John is going to do ahead of time is he's going to talk a little bit about what we want to do and transform that monument. We want to transform that monument in to a monument for all Italians and all Italian Americans.
Yes. And other paisans too, no?
All Italian Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll throw a couple Irishmen in there.
We could talk about a lot of different ethnicities.
Yeah, different people that great discoveries.
Look at you have Nikola Tesla.
Who's our man that's going to be involved in that? Pat Mascara.
Pat Mascaro is definitely involved. He hosts a luncheon every year after the event, which is always fantastic.
It's a free lunch.
It is a free lunch. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch anymore. Apparently there is.
Why not?
I said apparently there is. If you come to the monument on Thursday, you can go out to Pat's and have
sure, and we got some spaghetti, meatballs, ravioli, salami. Oh, man, got all kinds of food, and it's catered by Collegeville Bakery. Give them a plug because they do a
another
good
fine
job.
Italian American at Collegeville Bakery.
Well, we no problem. I was born in Ireland, Coney Island. All right, go ahead. I threw that in there just to throw it in there. Is that all right with you? Okay, good. Right.
So that's very important. The educational component of it. There's a lot of talk about monuments across the country and the way people are reacting to them now, and we agree wholeheartedly. I mean, at some point you have to tell the truth. You have to tell what really took place,
Right.
And we want to do that at the monument in Norristown.
Yeah. All right. Now tell me something about you. Tell me about your wife Sue. What did she do?
She actually right now she's at home. She's helping take care of my father-in-law, who has a little bit of Alzheimer's, and she's at home taking care of him.
Well, we'll say a little prayer for him that he just bob and weave. Right?
He's doing well. He's doing just fine.
Good. Yeah. Well, you tell him I was asking about him, right?
I will do that.
You go. I get him lined up for a 4-round bout in Scranton. Yeah, I know. My brother had it. My wife. 5 years, so I know people that have that Alzheimer's is something. I hope someday they'll get a cure or something, relieve it anyhow, do something. But now, Columbus Day is the 12th, and Elmwood Park is going to be the celebration. On the 13th, Valley Forge Hall of Fame at the Valley Forge Casino, Pennsylvania Hall of Fame. On the 14th, St. Titus Church Auditorium, there's going to be a magic show, 10 magicians. And then on the 15th, Sunday, there will be a parade, a Columbus Day parade in Philadelphia. And I will be in the parade. I will be in the car. Ed McBride will drive the car. It's the Frank Rizzo car. And look for me. I'll be waving, and we'll be behind the Sons of Italy of Philadelphia. So you got the 12th, Columbus Day at Elmwood Park, the 13th Casino for Sports Hall of Fame, and the 14th is the Magic Show at St. Titus, starts at 7 o'clock, and then the 15th, watch the TV, Cisco Kid, going to be riding with Ed McBride in Philadelphia Parade, Columbus Day Parade.
That'll be on TV as well, won't it?
All right, now, you tell me now, you used to be with the Times Herald, right? Tell me what the story is about newspapers today.
Well, Newspapers, it depends on how you're transitioning yourself. Everybody needs the news. It's obviously it's just as important as it was 100, 200, 300 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's how you're transitioning yourself into getting the news where everybody wants it. It used to be that the newspaper was the only place to get it, so you had to go buy the newspaper.
Yeah.
Well, you can get the newspaper on many, many different platforms now, and everybody knows in the business that this is where the news is going. It's going to the cell phone. So you have to make that transition. You have to make the transition from print to digital, and a lot of places are doing that.
Yeah. Now, I have a story. Who can I call? I call you. You got a number that I can put on the screen so people want to get in touch with you?
Well, we're a little
Monco
different.
Today.
Again, we're not a newspaper. So go to moncotoday.com. Check us out. Sign up for the newsletter. We don't chase breaking news. We don't do crime. We don't do fires. We don't do any of that. We're all about celebrating the good stories of Montgomery County.
Oh.
We want to talk about what's happening that people can enjoy and people can maybe participate in.
Wow! Wow, that sounds good. How about November the 9th, my 94th birthday? That's news?
That might be a news story.
Boy, I'm going to have a nice spot. Then Campagna's having a meeting. I think we're going to have it up at the West Norton Diner Family Restaurant. Yeah, in West Norton Diner.
The new West Norton Diner.
Yeah, the Campagna, and then they're going to celebrate the same thing here. So you're welcome to come in there and talk to some people about it. You got to spread the word.
I'm trying to spread the word, but I can't get a word in edgewise here. Let me see. Let me try again here.
My show, and I'll do what I want to do.
I know you always.
I know
do.
you and I. We battle sometimes, but you're right there, Rock. Go ahead.
So
Yeah.
I'm afraid we're going to run out of time. So I want to talk about the park. I want to talk about the connection with Elmwood Park Zoo and the Columbus Monument. So what we're doing is Elmwood Park Zoo is now taking over maintenance of the monument.
Yeah.
So we want to maintain it. We're cleaning it.
The zoo people are going to maintain it.
The zoo is now taking over maintenance.
Al
of it.
Zone.
Well, Alzone, not himself, is down there cleaning it, but we do have a crew down there that cleans it.
No kidding.
We're going to have it all nice and power washed and ready to go for October 12th. So what we want to do is we want to slowly kind of transition that whole park, that whole area, into one giant park. So it all comes together.
And you can do it because you're the one that put this together between the zoo and got Pat. We had a meeting with Zone, you, and myself. Did I leave anybody out? No.
I think the initial meeting, I think you're right. That was what we talked about.
And Pat Mascara committed to do the education, whatever it may be, you know. He picks up the tab for the tents and the chairs and stuff like. Everybody's helping. That whole Columbus Monument, come up with the people and donations and the volunteers and the whole bit. And it's really something Norristown should be proud of. And I want to really say one thing about Tony DeLucia, who was one of the guys, and he will be there on the 12th, and we want to recognize him as the man that made that dream come true. And tell me now about the monument. What's up front? What's up front?
Well, there's a lot of moving parts there, and there's going to be a lot more moving parts there. We have the stone that you found back in the 80s that said that there would be a monument on that site. And then when we come in the front gate there, what we're going to do is we want to start some educational kiosks, maybe some educational stations for people to come in. One of the things we're going to do just to show a little bit about what we can do is John Doyle is going to create some QR codes. So when they come in, if you have a QR reader on your phone, you can snap a picture of that, and then you'll get a short video that'll tell you a little bit about when you found the original stone. And then you'll get another short video about what maybe we want to do in the future. Yeah. So that'll show what we can actually do down there. So we want it to be a monument that everybody can come and enjoy, but also you can take that with you. So you don't have to be standing there to get the full educational value of it. You'll be able to snap some QR codes or just go to some websites and be able to take that information with you and read it when you want to read it, which is where, as we said, the news is going anyway. People want to do everything that they want to do when they want to do it, not when you want them to do it.
No.
So So that's going to be a big part of that. Then we want to tie in the monument with the zoo and make Elmwood Park just really a showplace. Elmwood Park is a huge park right in the middle of town.
We're having the president of council, Sanders, is going to be representing Norristown.
Sonia Sanders will be doing the welcome.
We are coordinating. I'm sure that the
Municipality.
Borough of Norristown. I can't say the other one. Municipality will be coordinated with the zoo, with the Columbus Monument Committee.
Oh, sure. Yep, absolutely. And they're helping out with a lot of other things as well. Sonia is actually on our history committee. So the idea is to make Elmwood Park from the zoo all the way down to the monument. You know, you go into some big towns. I was just in Atlanta visiting my daughter about a month ago, and they have
spent 2 years in the Army down there.
They have Fairmount Park right in the middle of the city. Atlanta's a big town. They have this great giant open green space right in the middle of town. Obviously, Central Park in Manhattan is another example.
Yeah.
So you can have a nice open park right in the middle of an urban area.
I think that one of the things is parking is a big thing in Norristown. That Norristown needs parking. When Norristown gets more parking, we will be, getting like Conshohocken, Doylestown, and all these different towns, how they grew. They can't grow without parking. And the same thing with the zoo. The zoo could never without. They got nice parking, and they need more parking.
We do.
And I think the borough is going to work out to show that Norristown, that's going to be one big park. I mean, it'll be hundreds of people. Now, I know we had the ambassador of the council, the Italian council. He came to the monument. So we will have different councils from different countries come to see the monument. So it'll be an international thing. The Valley Forge tourists and convention, they're involved in helping out. They want to help out in there. So that will be somewhere you and Al Zone will be coordinating. So we're getting a lot of people involved. We'll get a community college. I'm interviewing the last Wednesday of November, the president of the community college, and we'll get them involved. And we're going to have the St. Francis children. We want the children involved. They're going to say to the president, all right, pledge allegiance to the flag.
Yeah. Yeah, and that hopefully, again, the more people you get out and the more people you get involved, the more buzz that starts.
It's a happy thing.
Yeah, we want to redo the band shell. The band shell hasn't been renovated in
Tell
years.
Me about that.
Well,
I know the Chief O'Donnell, he's very much interested in that.
He does. He's the driving force behind that, Chief Tom O'Donnell. And it's Fire Chief's band shell, so Fire Chief's Memorial Band Shell, I believe it is. And that could be a great showplace. It could be a great place for, we already do Sunday concerts down there. So we renovate that, make it a little bit nicer space, put some additional parking in down there. Like you said, you have to have places for people to park. And continue that all the way up through the park. We want to put an outside exhibit. A lot of zoos have exhibits outside their gates. So people who can't afford to get in the zoo can at least enjoy something outside the gates and in the park if they can't make it into the zoo. And one of the things we're talking about doing, I think, is really interesting. You know, the municipality's logo is the beehive. So we talk about putting a beehive, a working real beehive outside in Elmwood Park, in the park.
Beehive. That's a logo for Norristown.
That's a logo for Norristown. That people could go in and learn the history of the borough. It would look like a giant beehive on the outside. So they could walk around and learn the history of the borough, and in the center would be a real beehive that we could actually harvest honey from.
Oh, my God.
So it's something that takes place in a lot of different zoos.
Get some witch hazel in case you get bit by the bees.
Well, we thought about that. It'll be a working beehive, but it will be enclosed in glass.
Where's it going to be located? Like outside the zoo?
Yeah, somewhere maybe up around the bocce courts.
You know what? I think one of these days, some real Catholic guy with a lot of money is going to build a big statue of St. Francis, because St. Francis was the one for animals. He loved animals. He was around there. So maybe you get right under the entrance or near as you go down on the right-hand side before you go in, the big's there. And St. Francis is looking over the zoo.
And we
looking
can
over
either-
all the animals.
We could do the blessing of the animals right
And we'll
there.
get that. Man, that'd be about $10,000 donation would do it.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. And get some little animals there that got, you see any statue of St. Francis, you got animals all over,
Right.
all over around here, not on him. But, yeah, I think that was good. And then, I checked, Googled, what kind of animals did Columbus bring on his trips? Horses. The horses. But you having the horses down at the zoo?
We do not have horses, no.
No.
Well, we do have giraffes, and we have zebras. Zebra's a horse. We have zebras. They're horses with
Dogs,
stripes.
you got birds, you got eagles.
We don't have any dogs.
Talking about the eagles, they're doing pretty good, aren't they?
The Eagles doing really well, absolutely. Another win.
All right, now, is there anything else that you think you would like to see as Norristown's moving forward? You were a newspaper man that covered the town like the dew. And what do you think the future of Norristown? You think it's going to move? The zoo is going to be a big thing.
Well, the zoo is attracting a lot of people and a lot of attention to Norristown.
Right.
And that's always a good thing for Norristown. One of the things that we're going to try to do, another thing that we have on the books is there's a railroad track that runs from
Okay.
from the transportation center in Norristown, and it's a freight line, runs all the way out to, I don't know where it heads, but all the way through Norristown into East Norton.
And stops it there.
And they just asked for that to be turned over into a passenger line. So what we would like to do, what we're planning on is a trolley that would take people from downtown Norristown out to the zoo.
Is that SEPTA?
That is actually a freight line. It's a freight line that they have to transition over into a
Yeah,
passenger
but is
rail.
it a SEPTA company or
I don't,
a
SEPTA
railroad?
is involved
Maybe they'll
now.
pick up the tab. They would pick up the tab for a little station to stop so people can walk, then have the little bridge to go across, you know? You got to get...
So that would tie, where I was going with that was that would tie in downtown Norristown. Now, so we have probably close to 650,000 visitors this year.
Wow.
Yeah, the zoo is growing quickly. We had 540,000 last year. We're way up this year. So the idea is then if we can get people that are interested in different things downtown, maybe they get on that trolley and they go downtown and they do some shopping, or they do visit a couple of restaurants, or they visit the theater. There's a lot of different things that they could do.
Go to the zoo, do a little shopping, go to the casino. It's right here within a day's time.
Go see a play.
When the zoo closes at 5 o'clock,
Yep.
you get on a trolley or train or car and you go to there.
Go down in the city, yep.
And then on a weekend, you go to the theater. We have a theater in North. Tell me about the theater now.
Well, we have two theaters in Norristown. As
Yes.
you know, I'm on the board of the Center Theater. We have another play coming up next month called Sweet Charity, put on by the
What's it called?
Sweet Charity.
Oh, yeah, that's a musical, isn't it?
It is a musical put on by King of Prussia
Hey,
Players.
Muddy, oh, Muddy.
I don't think
No.
that's it. No, I
Not
don't
that?
think it,
Oh,
no.
well, something else.
And then we have Theater Horizon just up the hill from us,
Yeah.
up Norristown Arts Hill. Now we have the new distillery in town, Five Saints
distillery,
Distillery.
yeah.
We have a couple of nice restaurants, August Moon and La Michicana. So there is something down there for people if we start promoting it. We have to promote
We're
it.
going to this show is open, wide open for anybody who wants to come and advertise. Got anything new business? Anybody, we want to say, we're the county seat. We got railroads, we got 202, 422, we got buses, we got everything. It's just a matter of putting it together, and it'll come together. All sunshine makes deserts. You have the rain and the snow and the hail, and then you have a beautiful garden. Right now, we're bobbing and weaving. So we got council is in there fighting. Got the zoo in there fighting. You got Stan Huskey in there bobbing and weaving.
I'm just trying not to get hit.
So tell me a little bit more about this new thing. You're the owner.
Owner and publisher, yep.
The public.
It's called Marco Today. It
Is that
was,
something new?
It's pretty new. It hasn't been around that long. The gentleman who started is Ken Knickerbocker, and he has Vista Today and Pivot Today. Vista is for Chester County, and Pivot is Delaware County. So those are pretty well established. So he approached me and said, you know, you're pretty established in Montgomery County. I don't know a lot of people up there. Would this be something that you would be interested in taking over? I took a hard look at it. I talked to some people that have dealt with him and dealt with Monco today, and everything has just been extremely positive. Everybody likes the idea of having a place to go for good news. You know, we're not glossing over things. You know, we're telling some stories, but at the same time, it is a story. It is a platform to celebrate achievement in Montgomery County and celebrate good news for businesses in Montgomery County.
You want something to make you feel good. You know, the other night, I like
if you want bad news, you can just turn on the TV.
Huh?
If you want bad news, just turn the TV on.
Yeah. I like to go to bed with nice thoughts in my mind. I put on the Turner TV. Frankenstein's wife, Frankenstein's daughter, all them spooky movies. I don't want spooky movies when I'm ready to go to bed. I mean, I'm going to wake up weird.
We have
Why don't they do something nice, musicals like My Fair Lady or something like that?
Well, you have more channels. You don't just have the one channel.
Yeah,
so
you can change the channel, but then you turn around and then you got something else. Somebody else shooting or shot, you know. Well,
so come to Monco today.
That's why they got a dial.
That's why they got a dial. Come to Monco today. Sign up for the e-newsletter. You'll get a dose of good news twice a day.
Everybody's going to know, how do we get the news to you?
Email shusky@montco.today.
Monco?
shusky, first initial, last name, @montco.today.
All right, we're going to put that on the screen. We'll get John to put it on the screen.
That would be great.
Yeah. And going to make a little flyer for you so we can post it in different places.
That would be great.
I'll do that when you give me all the info, and I'll get a couple of things and put them on, and I'll put on the Facebook and everything. You make things happen.
I try to get involved. I try to be involved.
Why don't you do something to help Tennessee College? They got beat up last by Georgia.
You had to bring that up, did you?
Oh man, I saw it when I was stationed in Atlanta, Georgia. I went to see that, and they said Tennessee had $1 million band. They had more guys in the band. The whole field is full with the band.
Pride of the Southland Band. But they got their butts kicked the other night by Georgia.
Yeah. Now I said on the 12th you're going to beat Norristown, Columbus Monument.
Columbus Monument, Sturgis Street and Harding Boulevard.
11 o'clock, right?
Listen to Coach Phil Martelli. He's a great public speaker. I think you'd have a great time. You'll learn a little bit about the educational components and how we're transitioning the monument over to a monument for all Italians and all Italian Americans. So it'll be a great afternoon. Then you can go have a lunch at Mascaro's place. And then what we're doing, and I don't know if I want to say this on camera, but I'm going to do it. We're going to give out free passes that day for everybody who wants to come to the zoo.
Oh, wait a minute. Run that up, get him.
We're going to give out free passes to everyone who comes to the monument.
And you get a pass to go to the...
You get a free pass to go to the zoo that day.
After you go get a lunch.
After you go have lunch and you come back and spend the rest of the afternoon at the zoo.
Because if you go to the zoo first, there'll be no food left.
There won't be.
You got to go first. You got to know how to bob and weave. And don't forget, on the 13th, the Pennsylvania State Hall of Fame at the Valley Forge Casino. And then on the 14th, Saturday, there'll be St. Titus Magic Show. And then on Sunday, the 15th, the parade in Philadelphia, Columbus Day Parade, and I will be in the car with Ed McBride. He'll be driving the Mayor Frank Rizzo's car. So, and I'll be waving, so watch on TV. I think it's Channel 60, look pretty good, you know. Did you ever start singing or anything? Did you ever sing?
I cannot carry a tune in a bucket, so don't ask me to sing.
No? All right, and I was going to have you come back and sing a song, but
no.
I'll cross that off.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah. All right. So you, this new job that you have, this Monco today, it's something that I think we need right now because people are not getting the news they want. They're getting a lot of tragic things are going on. So let's a little bit more. Tell me a little bit more about that. What are you going to cover?
Well, mostly, like I said, mostly business news, and then some feature stories thrown in to let everybody know about some of the good things that some of the good people in Montgomery County are doing.
All right. Okay. All right. Half hour's over, And now I just want to thank Pat Mascara, who jumped in both feet. Stan Huskey jumped in both feet, and Al Zone. And so coordinating the zoo and the Columbus Monument. So 30 seconds. Give me let's hit it.
Come out to see the monument on October 12th. You have a great day. You have a great lunch at Mascaro's place. You'll learn a lot about the monument, about some of the educational things that we're going to do. You can learn a little bit about the zoo when you come and visit in the afternoon.
And a free ticket after the...
A free pass to get in for that day.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for allowing us to come in and give you all this information. And we'll see you at all the different 12th, 13th, 14th, to 15th. You've got something to do. So until we meet again, keep bobbing and weaving, keep your left hand out, stick and move, and keep your trunks off the canvas. May God bless each and every one, and adios amigos to my Hispanic friends. Here. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Hank. Appreciate it.
And now, a la salud to your health. You got your health, you got everything, baby. Right.